Hey Google, restart video. Hey Google, restart video.
Nothing's playing right now.
Hey Google, play Harold Sullivan 78 Scooby Doo video.
All right, here's Harold Sullivan 78 Scooby-Doo videos on YouTube.
Hey everyone, Scott Innes, voice actor, Hollywood actor, movie star. Don't believe all that. I'm a legend in my own mind. Hey, you know me better as the voice of some of the most popular cartoon characters in the world. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, Scrappy-Doo, Puppy Tower, Blanket Shaggy too. And you've got the Sullivan Project podcast. Coming at you right now.
Hey Google, stop. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Sullivan Project podcast. I'm your host, Harold Sullivan. Hey Google, turn your volume to 50%. Technology still around here is going wacky. I already had the thing ready, and it just, oh well, what you gonna do, right? I've been blind the last almost 3 years now in June, in case y'all haven't tuned in before. And I was born with an autoimmune disease. I wasn't supposed to make it, I wasn't expected to. And I'm just turned 45 last December. Uh, I'm in a little bit of pain now, especially because of this weather right now, so I'm kind of moving around to alleviate. To alleviate because I sit all day on these hips. Imagine 12 hours a day on hips with no cartilage. It's basically the autoimmune disease has dried up all the cartilage in my joints, so it's just not comfortable. But we're all here for some. Everyone has a story. You can't judge a book by its cover. If you want to tune into old episodes, we appreciate share, like, follow, whatever you can do. Just help the podcast. If you want to be on as a guest, audio or video, let us know. Harold Sullivan 78 on TikTok, Harold Sullivan 78 on YouTube, Harold Sullivan period 35 Facebook. And you can call the show 724-513-1472. You can email hs19782015@outlook.com. We talk about everything: spiritual, metaphysical, supernatural, paranormal, movies, and then music, arts, entertainment, food, relationships, just whatever. There's no judgment here. And we just talk. Hey, Google, what time is it?
It's 2:28 p.m.
This is how I've been able to tell time since, and time really doesn't mean anything. And there's no such thing. Everything is happening at once. And it's just a man-made thing. So we have like a schedule, like it's just another way to control basically. But when you can't see and it's dark all the time, you don't know what day it is, it's just all one thing. So I just do whatever. I sleep when I can, if I can. And I'm just happy to be here still, you know, and experiencing what we have here. I know a lot of it is pain and suffering, unfortunately, but I'm learning to turn that around. Just letting things go, and then I don't gotta just let things come at me all the time, because that's what it feels you know, like things are just flying at you constantly, and you gotta duck, dodge, weave, bob, whatever. You get hit a lot though, and so yeah, Danny, still going through some things. We're gonna be talking to Chris soon in this podcast. I got Steve, my nephew. It's been a few years since I've had the podcast. This is third season now, and I've asked him a few times. He works constantly though, so and a lot of people are hesitant on podcasts. They think that they're something that they're not. Maybe or once they get comfortable, we're just talking. You know what I mean? And again, it could be audio or video. But once people figure out, hey, it's just talking, then it's cool. So I got Steveman, my nephew, and then a little bit more piano playing and song lyric writing for y'all that I've been working on. A couple dozen songs I've written just recently. So if anybody reach out, if anybody wants lyrics, I mean, or any of the other stuff I've been working on, jewelry, essential oils, song lyrics, soloisms I've been writing. If anybody wants to help on the book I want to write about myself and my life and meeting people, people's stories. Everyone has a story. You can't judge a book by its cover, right? And what else was I gonna say? Let's see here. We're gonna talk about some things with Chris. Let me mention, yeah, my nephew Steve. Yeah, he came in the first time that I can remember in my life, possibly. That my sister, she's been taking care of me off and on my whole life. On Easter this year, I'm recording this after Easter. Forgot to bring me in my dinner, so I had to wait till maybe an hour later when I called a few times. Called them and said, "Oh, I'm sorry. You know, like wow." And then this morning it's raining out, and then the ramp is very slick in the back, and my brother-in-law forgets to hold on to the back of the wheelchair. I don't know how that's possible. And I slide down and I turn sideways, almost freaking flipped out. Luckily, I have a seatbelt on, and the brakes turn the wheelchair sideways instead of it turning when flipping over. I don't know. Uh, and so I'm still here, thank God, because I have a fused neck for surgery, and I could be done just like that. So I thought I was done with all them close to death things, and I lost my sight, and I'm just still right there. So uh, our testimony is what we have, though, and it's not weakness, it's empathy. If we go through stuff, share it, learn your lesson, and then share it so other people can learn and help them. Maybe it'll be easier a little for them. But if you don't, let people know that you're hurting, then how can you help them? So. But anyway, let's do this piano stuff, and then we got Steveman on here. Okay. Again, my hands are good. So I gotta push the button there on the recorder. It's one of them kind. And you gotta do it. Okay. So this is the B piano, doing the piano, because in some of the songs I'm gonna be doing the piano, and I want y'all to know I really can do it with one or two fingers. Uh, with the keyboard around. I'm gonna set up regular piano right now. You're gonna hear me move with the keyboard around a lot. I gotta find my notes here. So. I actually did a couple of recitals when I was younger, played by ear on stage, one finger, keyboard. Superman, all right, huh? There it is. Okay, there we go. Superman. There you gotta go. Nope. Up higher, yeah. Right there. That one. There you go. Superman. I'm not sure what they do if they are going to apply it, but there you go. That's part of Superman. Superman, part of it. Just figured that out on my ear. I just did that. I want to do some kind of Star Wars here. It's da 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 da.
I'll play with one finger on each hand, or just one finger.
Yep. Mm. Da, da, da.
Oh, we got it. So you gotta go up here. So I think it's A. See? And then it starts at D. D, 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 E, G. Okay. D, 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 G. Then you go up a couple.
Yeah.
Like 4 or 5.
Da, da, da. There you go all the way. Da, da.
And then they go down to. Okay, you go back down. Okay, you go up and then down 4 or 3 or 4.
There you go.
Okay. Let's see, what about the death star? No, that's a D too, I believe. It's like a D, D, D.
There it is.
I could do different keys, but it's. It's just those two.
Da, da, da.
There you go, that's on there. Okay, what else do we do there? Turtle power. That's also 1, 2. Like. 1, 2, 3. Pretty come up on you. Look like I did Halloween here. See here.
Halloween.
Then you go for the black keys on top of that. It's like and down to the white key. And then I go like the third black key at the top of okay. It starts on the black key. Okay, so it's a black key. that's how they do that part, and then you just keep doing the line right there. You can find it. Let's see. I'm doing that with one finger. So it's basically like 3 notes there. I'm not sure what they are. But when you hear it, it's cool. I got an ear, played my ear. I've had it since I was young. And since I lost my sight, it's just kicked in. Let me see if I can do it. Oh, man. What else here? The quantum leap. Quantum leap of the ganglion. Something like that. That's quantum leap. And then we'll do like a lonely man. I'm going to get that. Okay. That's a lonely man from the curveball.
All right, now let's get to Steveman's interview.
Hello? So yeah, finally. Good. Like I said, that's what I'm into here. 4 months, yeah.
All right, here's Steven.
My
Steveman.
leg is just upset. This is Harold here with we got my nephew Steveman. What's up, Steven? What up? We're in the third, just started my 3rd season actually, so I'm glad we got to get you on here. We got to get some other people. I've had like one person hit me up on Facebook. I asked anyone to help me out with the podcast and whatnot, and then he made me upset. So I'm like, okay, I'm just leave you alone. He said he wanted to help me out with creative stuff, like trying to get me out, like. Yeah, some promotion. Yeah, because I just put links up. I can't really. I'm just gonna do what I can do, and if it works, it works. But I have 3 questions I usually ask people. The first one is, do you believe in the paranormal or supernatural? Do you have any opinion on that stuff? Absolutely. There's something out there, not everybody, when they pass away, go to heaven or hell or anywhere specific. Some people just stay around. So I believe there's ghosts out there. Maybe not like vampires or werewolves, supernatural, but there's ghosts and some paranormal stuff out there. And well, we're both fans of that show too, supernatural, of course. I mean, half of my freaking the stuff I talk about on the podcast is because the definition of that is not natural. So, like most of what is out there is not natural. If you think about it, everything is unnatural. So supernatural. So even something that was natural, like or something that wasn't natural 40 years ago is natural now. Yeah. I think of evolution type of thing. Think about this, right? The name Bigfoot. Do you think of that people that discovered that, knew that what that was going to be, that was a name they come up with Bigfoot? They probably just seen a big old footprint. Yeah, they seen a big old footprint and was like, damn, that's Bigfoot. And all these years later, that's what we call it, Bigfoot. Bigfoot is Sasquatch. Yeah, and but I mean, that's just so, it's funny. But have you ever experienced, like, I know we lived in that place together, and I experienced a place on 6th Street, the haunts and stuff. But have you ever thought have you ever had an experience, or Oh, yeah. You say you have? Okay. When I was younger, when I was in JROTC in high school, we went to Gettysburg. Man. Oh, my goodness. That place is a hot spot. Like, I didn't see or feel a lot of stuff, but you had, like, just like a a sense that there's something always around. Yeah. And we were visiting a house. Yeah. I can't remember the name of the house. Like, it was like named after some lady, but during the Civil War, apparently somebody shot through a door and killed her. Yes, where she was hiding the slaves right underneath. Something like that.
Yes.
It wasn't even like a purposeful shot. It was like a straight bullet.
Accident.
Battlefield somehow got through her door and killed her. Yes. But they took us to the basement where they where they were hiding. Yeah. Well, they took us to the basement where they actually did her funeral or whatever. Oh. And they had like a little a slab where I guess they laid the lady out when she was passed away in like a seating area, and there was a chain. You weren't allowed to go past the chain to where she was, where she would have been laying. Yeah. And when we were leaving, there was about 30 of us. We were leaving. Me and my one friend were the last two to get out. Yeah. I turned back and looked, and you could see the chain was just kind of swinging. Yeah. And we're we're in like a little drafty basement. Maybe it's the wind, but it didn't move that whole 20 minutes we were down there. Like moving down. Got some things, like chandeliers. So I've definitely seen some things. Like strings, or it's always, most of the time it's where you can't really explain it, or you kind of think it's something, but you're not sure, unless it's bam right there in your face. Yeah. You know what I mean? Okay, so that one, and another one is, have you ever been close to death or saved by anything? Or saved by something? I can't say personally I can remember or recall any times I was close to death. Like, I've been in some car accidents. Well, you died though, right? Well, I don't remember it, but my mom told me when I was born. I passed away as I was born, and I almost took her with me. Yeah, a couple of times on the operating table. And then they were able to resuscitate me. But they used to call you Jesus, though. I thought that was good.
Hey, Google, turn the heater off.
My last name is Christ. Yeah. And the teachers used to call me Steven Christ. He started calling me Jesus Christ. It's funny, and then it stuck because I had something happened. Yeah. I had the beard, so then just because I kind of look like Jesus and the last name thing. That's as much as I know that it comes from. Hey Google, turn the air off. Jesus.
It came on. Well, I was talking to him twice.
Technology, right? My freaking A-word quit working a week ago, and I can't get customer service with it, so I had to go out and buy a new one. On your what? My A-word, the A-L-N. I don't want to say it because it keeps... Yeah, I keep saying sorry, something went wrong. Did this say turn the heater on? Okay. So you never been in close, like in a car accident, some pulled you to... No, I've been in car accidents, but none of them were... Some told you to go left. What about some told you to go left and you went right? Like you just listened to something and it saved your life, and something happened where you almost fell off, like anything like that? No, the closest thing I can think of is, but me and my buddy were coming back from Youngstown one time on that red light in Beaver Falls, and some lady rear-ended us, and I was in the back seat, and if she was probably going 5 miles faster, she might have gone a little closer to us and hit us, because like the whole trunk was gone. Back window was shattered, the trunk was gone. I got up and walked away fine. Oh God! But it was one of those, like, if you think about it, 5 more miles. Well, there was a time I got robbed at the gas station when I was working. Yeah, that there where you almost got shot. Yeah, and, he had the gun in his hand, and it didn't hit me until several hours later. But I could have been shot. And I was like, all I want to do is someone had to walk in and startle him. Yeah. And I might not be here. Like the time I almost got robbed at the bus stop, the dude pulled a bandana. I was the same bar. Freaking Main Street and Average at 11 o'clock a.m. The dude pulls a bandana up and tries to steal my fanny pack. And I already seen his face. I knew his face, but I didn't know his name, from around town. And I didn't think that the dude could have a gun or knife. I just started screaming and trying to wrestle away from him and stall him. And he didn't get my stuff, thank God. Somehow he chomped in and then stuck on the wheelchair. People saw me and started running up. And then the police came, and then they're like, "Is this your bag?" It was on the ground, stuck hanging there on the strap. But there was a car in the back. He was gone. They were waiting. I was at the bus stop. He came around the corner trying to jack me and run. But I didn't think that they could. I just was like, I'm going to do my instinct. I'm just going to not let him take my crap. I'm playing hockey. I'm the goalie. I got a delay. Oh yeah, your situation, that's your stuff he's taking. My situation at the gas station, it wasn't my stuff. No, but the gas station gets reimbursed by insurance. They could have took your life. But that's what they tell you when they come in there. That the first thing they tell you is, just comply with them and do what they say. Yeah, they could have took your life. Yeah. The money can be reimbursed. You can't. Yeah, not your life. And but I wasn't even thinking about my life at the time. I was thinking, hey, I'm going to let you get my crap. I'm thinking the dude might have a knife because they will. I mean, he could have just stabbed me or shot me, but he probably thought it was like taking candy from a baby, basically. I'm so disabled he can't. But he didn't get it, thank God. You know what I mean? But
Quick question for Kenny.
yeah.
What it is?
Yeah, I was gonna give you those.
Oh no, what are these?
Are you talking about these blue things?
No, I was talking about one of these pens.
Oh, yeah. Where's the?
Which one?
Here, use this one because it's the auto roll one. That way I don't run out the battery.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. Well, that's candy.
What's his face? What kind of candy is it?
You know, that's the goods.
Oh,
Yeah.
the whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll tell you about them.
Yeah, tell me about it later.
That's your Easter candy.
What's that?
Well, somebody gave me Easter candy when I was.
Yeah, I see what they are.
But yeah, they okay, so yeah, you have them. People don't think about it unless they're close. Like they don't think about it. How many times they're close to death or later? Now you just found 2 or 3 that you didn't realize. I got like 30 of them, but
I think your autodrome might be dead. Or because I ain't hard enough.
the one, the blonde, the big square one.
Yeah, the big black one.
I think. Yeah, it's called. It's not dead. It's getting on my nerves.
I think you guys gotta hit it kind of hard.
Yeah, them things. I'm starting to get them, and they start to. I complain about them, and they leak out. Yeah, but they said that they can't help it. It's happening to somebody.
It's a leak out.
But it's more and more.
When it's boiling, the same things happen with the nicotine one. When you hit them, it's just
It's a
like
waste.
the residue.
So,
like the resin gets caught on it. So
yeah, like you gotta roll hit it hard.
I kind of got like stick on the tip or make it clean it a little bit.
I can't be done. Oh, let me ask you that last question. What advice do you have somebody that would, if somebody's having like a little moment there breaking down, somebody you could just tell them, you know,
Stick through it. It sounds cliche when it says stick through it.
like wait a minute,
And there's always that light at the end of the tunnel. Like who is it? It's a country singer, but he sings that song. If you go through hell, keep on going, because the devil doesn't even know you're there sometimes.
yeah.
So if life sucks, just keep pushing through it. Find somebody that you're close to, family, friends. I have friends that I talk to all the time.
Yeah, talk to
I live with my little brother Matt. If I'm really having something,
well, that's good now, yeah.
I can help him.
Yeah.
It's always good to have somebody in your corner
A
that
good
you
friend,
can trust 100%.
Oh man.
That's what I'm saying. It's and only one person's all you need. Yeah, because like when I was bus my site, Dan was the only person who kept calling me. I had 20 voicemails. He's like, call me back. And he didn't quit. He didn't get mad at me. Like, why didn't you call me back? Because I'm depressed and laying in bed and I don't want to talk.
Yeah, I got my buddy Dustin. I'll go over to his house and sit there for 5-6 hours, playing Xbox and drinking.
Yeah.
Me and him will just sit there and talk about everything and anything, whether it's personal or not.
Yeah.
And he's one of the people that I can tell him anything in life, and he's going to give me a straight answer.
Yeah,
He's not going to yell at me. He's not gonna, if I fucked up, he's not going to yell. He's not going to cuss me out or anything like that.
Yeah. Just be straight up.
Oh, like, Steve, I love you. You need to do this.
Do this or that. And it doesn't, it's not going to benefit him. It's just for you, what he feels is good, right.
And I do the same thing.
That's what you
like,
need.
hey,
Yeah. Everybody
you
needs
should be doing this instead of doing
it.
that.
It ain't about you. It's about everybody. That's what I'm telling people. We're all connected. I mean, you got to get into deep stuff to realize that.
Yeah, you got to worry about.
We're all one.
You
We're all
got to worry about number one, which is yourself. You always got to make sure you're good, because if you're not good, you're not going to be able to help anyone else. Sometimes you can, they always say the person who smiles the most is usually the most depressed or whatever. Not 100% true. Not 100% true, but you never know what's
But
going
you
on.
smile all the time. That's what I was telling Danny. You're fake. Because
You never know what someone's going through. I could be smiling, and I could be a lot more worse off than you are if he thinks they're miserable because they can't work out with them.
But you don't want to put that out because the other people can feel that, and you want to try to lift. You see what I mean?
Yeah, you don't want to bring anyone down.
If everybody's poo-poo, then the whole world's going to be that way.
Like my life ain't the greatest, but my life definitely
It can be worse, exactly.
And I don't need to be sitting here talking about my problems and issues and bring
Well,
anyone else down and make them think about their problems.
you can have moments though, but you need to let people need to know that you make it through so they can make it through.
Because you could be happy and cheerful and not think of something as an issue.
Yeah.
I come over with my negativity, bring that thing up, saying that I have an issue personally with me doing that, and then now you're thinking, oh, maybe that is a bad thing. Maybe I should be worried about this.
Yeah.
You down.
You
Misery loves company.
Yeah, well, energy attracts energy.
Yeah.
But you at certain times you need to vent it because people need to hear that someone went through those things so they know they can make it and not feel ashamed to bring it up to someone else. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's one of my biggest things. If somebody is going through something that I went through,
Like, tell me.
I give them I tell them what I did,
Yeah.
and then I tell them advice to help them figure out what they need to do. Because the way I figured out my problem might not be the solution for you.
But it might be.
But there's multiple solutions there.
Yeah, but it might lead to something else.
2 plus 2 equals 4, but so is 3 plus 1.
Yeah, at least it might lead somewhere else. Yeah, so you never know where the message is going to come from. So it could come from this all the way down. They'll get from somewhere. Let me. What I was confused about wrestling now. That Maurice, right? Isn't that not the bitch's wife?
Maurice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is she not on AEW?
No.
That's a different Maurice? Okay, because I'm blind.
Is there a Maurice?
Now the general, yes, she's a female. Just came over. She's like a park manager or something of AEW, and I could have sworn that it was the business wife. And I'm
She
like,
just came over?
yeah, it's like a week ago, last week, or it was the last 2 weeks. I've been crazy with all these people switching back, and I know a female just left, a girl, I don't know her name, but she just left the AEW and showed up at Raw or WWE, another one. Not Tony's. Is it Tony's Storm? Chrysler's? I don't know. I can't remember. There's somebody.
No, it can't be Maurice because I'm looking her up right now, and she's actually has health issues going on right now.
There's a different Maurice then. I don't know. There's somebody.
Sure, it wasn't Maria.
Nah, they said Maurice. And she's a general manager. She's a new general manager of one of the AEW's.
Mercedes.
Mercedes, that's it.
Sasha Banks.
Yeah.
Sasha Banks.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So she switched companies?
Yeah, she.
I
I think it was like 3 years ago now. Her and Naomi were the women's tag team champions. We weren't being used a lot, and they walked into the main office and said, "We quit." Gave them the titles and left.
Yeah.
And then she was wrestling in New Japan for a little bit. She was the first ever New Japan Women's Champion.
Yeah.
Before New Japan didn't have women belts, they only had Stardom that they would bring the women from the wrestle if they wanted to. So they used another company. They outsourced women from another company.
Okay.
And then she was one of the first hires they brought in.
Wow.
They gave her the title, and then she got hurt and gave it up. And then she's in AEW now. But
Yeah, I knew her name.
They're making her a general manager now.
Yeah, she's like running one of the shows, and I was like, I know that name somewhere. It was a real wrestler, a real name of a wrestler.
Yeah, Mercedes Monet.
Yeah.
Now.
Yep, now they're all going cuckoo over her. I guess she looks good because I've been blind and seen her. But isn't she related to Snoop Dogg, or there's a wrestler or female?
Yeah,
that's her.
Dogg's cousin.
That's who I thought, because they did one of them shows, biography, or they got good shows now. Biography, Legends, WWE, and then they got Dark Side of the Ring. I check out all of them. And they had one on her, and I was like, wow, she went through a lot to even get there. But she's doing something. I mean, at least she's on this show now. But we're going to end this part here so we can talk about Easter.
All right, y'all. Well, love is a choice and so is the hate. And we'll be back soon. I love y'all. Be the light.